Part 3 of how you can install this bathtub surround kit by Schluter to get it ready for tile. After using that Kerdi band to waterproof the bottom, you're then going to roll Kerdi membrane over the full walls. I went ahead and laid it out dry first to make sure it was the right height and width. You then want to cover the entire wall with thin-set mortar. Make sure that every spot on the whole wall is covered, go over it multiple times, and then you're going to notch it with your trowel. You then can press your Kerdi membrane into place. Use a putty knife to squeeze out any air pockets and make sure that you have 100% contact with it. I always like to pull down a corner and make sure that everything is covered with that thin-set. Unfortunately, my camera turned off on this wall, but you can just use small patches and thin-set to cover each of the washers. I then used the Schluter Kerdi pipe seal and mixing valve seal, and I'll show you how to install those as well. I started by marking and cutting out the Kerdi board around the valve to fit for the seal. I then came in with the thin-set and my trowel, made my notch lines as I normally do, and just pressed it into place. By now, you should really notice a pattern. You put in your thin-set, you notch it, you put your Kerdi product over it, and then you smoothed it out with a putty knife. This makes for the perfect waterproof seal. I then came in with my pipe seal, and this is all pretty quick. It takes about a minute or two per seal. I also like to come back around with either a sponge or a wet rag and make sure that there's not any extra thin-set, and then it's nice and smooth for the tile to go on. After the seals were done, I used my Kerdi membrane, cut them into some smaller bands to do the inside corners. It's as easy as placing your thin-set, pushing it into the corner, and then sealing it with your putty knife. Rinse and repeat on both corners and make sure that you always have a 2-inch overlap if you have to do it in two pieces like this. I got a little messy with my thin-set, but this is nice and smooth and ready to go for tile. I guarantee you no water is ever going to get through this.